All right. So, if everyone just wants to mute and then yeah, so thanks for coming. It's the first of the weekly sessions on this site. So, I guess normally when I'm thinking about what I want to do for a group session, I just start thinking about hypno in general. So I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit through my thoughts and kind of get us into maybe a bit of a trancy mood. So I guess today my thoughts as I try to come up with a topic or a theme for this session brought me back to that concept of really what is hypno? And it's a question that I come back to a lot. And that may be what each of you define as being hypnotized may or may not be the same as what I define as being hypnotized. And if we were to come to the same definition, maybe the process of how each of you get there, or the process of how I might bring you there versus another hypnotist might bring you there. All of these variables, how do they come into play? And so, even if we were to agree on what a trance is, would we be able to agree on how people get there? Or maybe more, what makes people get to that state? And so then I started thinking a bit more personally about the things that I do, the things that I've done in different group sessions, and maybe the things that people have said that they find hypnotic. And so I know, again, one of the first things people have mentioned is just the cadence of my voice. And so maybe there's something to that. Something to just using the rhythm of how my words flow along, using spacing, breaking up syllables, just sort of that general flow of my speech. That said, I know that depending on the topic, I don't always use the same cadence. And it's something that, depending on the situation, could change. And even if it was the cadence, could it be that an entire group of people listening would find the same cadence to get them into that state? And so if I continue thinking about some of the other things, then maybe it's the pitch of my voice. So maybe there's something just about the loudness, softness, the tones, the range of my voice itself that does something to people. Again, though, I've heard a variety of tests, and there's people who are able to be hypnotized by me and able to be hypnotized by someone else with a completely different pitch. Also, there's been times when I've been sick and the pitch of my voice has changed, and people have still found it possible to drop. And so I don't think that's something that I could just use as the sole reason. And so then we could think maybe a little bit deeper. Maybe it's something about the words I say, the actual sounds of the words themselves, or maybe the precision in which I pick the words, the meanings being chosen from all the myriad of words available to me. Again, this would require all of us to maybe have the same connections, connotations with each different word. And I know that that can't be possible. And so I'm not sure if it's really the words that I'm using either. So if we go a little bit beyond maybe the things that you're hearing and the sounds, and maybe take a look at some of the other senses. Maybe your eyes are open, fixed, staring at one point. Maybe you're using that to pull yourself into a bit of a trance state, in which case, nothing about what I'm saying, about what I'm doing really would matter, would it? Maybe as you listen, you're allowing your eyes to become a bit heavy, to close, to fade into that darkness. Again, not something I have control over. I can suggest it to you, suggest you to breathe, to close your eyes and just listen. You could choose to follow that suggestion or not. Would it really matter? Would it make a difference in the end, in the outcome? And I'm not sure. Maybe then tactical sensation. Maybe it matters the spot in which you're sitting or laying, how comfortable you are, how your body meets the surface, where the pressure is being applied, the temperature of the air around you, just your overall comfort level. Again, though, I've seen people in all different positions become hypnotized, and some of those positions haven't looked very comfortable. And so I'm not sure if these sensations play a part in it either. I've also thought about how our senses are unreliable and we can't always remember accurately the things that we see, and we can't always trust the things that we hear. Maybe at some point you're fading in and out. Maybe some of the words that I'm saying are blurring together. Some of them may be standing out to you in a strong way, others seeming less important. I guess again, then, maybe this isn't about me. It's not about my voice. It's not about what I'm saying. But then maybe it's not about you or about what you're seeing or hearing. Maybe it's about a different kind of feeling. Maybe it's about the energy, the dynamic, the connection in this moment. Maybe it's something about how you personally feel emotionally about the things that I say, the impact that my words have on you. Again, then, I can't guarantee that the way my words impact you or the feelings that you might have could all be the same. Depending on your background with hypno, depending on your background of listening to me, of listening to other people, depending on your experience with different words, I'm sure that if I asked each one of you right now how you're feeling, I'd get answers just as individual and unique as each of you. And so then what is hypno? If I could go through all the variables in a concise and scientific way and not find an answer, does it maybe mean that there's something just a little bit more special, a bit more magical about what happens? Does it mean that maybe yet we just don't understand enough about what goes on to come to any conclusion? And maybe in these moments, when you notice that as you listen, something about your body, about your mind, just starts to relax. Maybe none of those things really matter. Maybe it doesn't matter how you got there. Maybe it's not even so much mattering exactly if I know what I'm doing to get you there. Maybe it's just more the process itself, the destination, where you end up. Not knowing when you started listening where each of you were on this path. And right now, not knowing exactly where each of you are in this moment. All I can do then is maybe trust my instinct, use my words to guide you further, deeper, to somewhere calm and quiet. Maybe this is then less about you and a little bit more about me. Maybe instead of me being in your mind trying to get into your thoughts, to push your thoughts out, to get you to follow any suggestions that I may or may not give, it's more a glimpse into what gets me there, to what takes me deeper, what quiets my mind, what makes me feel peaceful, happy, content. Maybe by getting myself into that moment, into that headspace, with that energy, maybe each word I say exudes that, seeps into your mind and spreads through you. Maybe what's actually happening is my thoughts, as they're verbalized, the wavelengths of the patterns of each speech sound traveling to your ears, being interpreted, your brain taking everything it knows about these sounds, these words, how they're paired together, the meaning that might happen from them being paired in that way, and creates its own sense of energy from that. Maybe there's something innate inside all of us that allows us to pick up on things that we don't even realize. Subtle sounds, changes in tone, something interpersonal between us. Something that allows you to read, to feel, to sense an energy. Something that allows you, when you feel calm, quiet, when you allow yourself to be just a bit more open, to let go just a little bit, to trust just a little bit. Just opens up that ability for you to sense more from other people. And so maybe then this goes both ways. My energy then impacting you as you listen, feeling the impact of my words bouncing back to me from each of you, how the energy just pinging off all of us, from each other, to each other, between each other, around each other, creates an environment in which could maybe find balance. That all of these different patterns, wavelengths of energy, all your different thoughts, my different thoughts, entering into your mind, you entering into my mind. Maybe at some point, all of these factors just cancel out, finding a zero balance at the end of the equation. Maybe leaving zero thoughts in your mind, just allowing you to focus on the sensation, on being able to enjoy not needing to do anything specific in this moment, not needing to feel any particular way, knowing that maybe however you feel as you listen is exactly how you're supposed to be feeling. Maybe the way my words, my voice impact you and the place that you are right now is exactly the thing that needs to happen, yeah? Maybe the things that I'm saying, the fact that you're here, that you're listening means you want to fall, that you want to be deeper, want to think just a little bit less, and experience just a little bit more. Maybe the fact that I'm talking to you, using these words, having these thoughts, means I also want that to happen. That I want you to relax, to feel calm, to trust, to drift, to float, not needing to worry, not needing to think if you don't want to, but just being able to enjoy the experience moment by moment. Maybe all the things you brought into this experience matter a little bit less right now. Maybe really the only thing that is important is how you're feeling, is how you want to feel, how I want you to feel. And knowing then, if we're both wanting the same thing, both trying to end up at that same point, it doesn't matter how we get there. It doesn't matter if I'm telling you I want you to relax, to take a deep breath, to muscle by muscle let all the tension flow out of your body. Maybe it doesn't matter if I'm telling you to bring your attention right back to my words, to the sound of my voice, to let the words flow through you, to focus on every individual word until everything just blurs. Maybe it doesn't matter if I asked you to visualize standing atop of a set of stairs, imagining yourself going deeper one step at a time. Asked you to, with each number, let yourself go just a little bit more as I counted for you. 10, 9, 8. Asking you, as I continue to count, to just let those numbers fade until you forget 7, 6, 5. What number I'm on, why we're even counting, why the numbers even matter. 4, 3, 2. Until you could find yourself visualizing that you're at the bottom, as deep as you can be, as you hear me say the number 1, realizing how deep you are. Be it doesn't matter if I'd asked you to visualize something else in your head, a flame flickering, growing, shrinking, how it moves in the rhythm with my breath, how the different colors sharpen and blur together. Doesn't matter if I asked you to find one spot in that flame in your mind and just focus. One color, one point, and watch how it moves, how it grows, shrinks. Watch as the color expands. Watch as it mixes in the reds, the blues, the whites, the yellows. Maybe you could keep watching until you can't even remember why you started watching, why you're thinking about this candle, this flame. Maybe I could just keep talking about things, about words, about concepts that leave you so confused that you really aren't sure what my point is, if I'm making a point, if I'm wanting to make a point, or if I'm trying to confuse you on purpose. I could maybe have all the thoughts in your mind so mixed up, just having them blend, swirl, combine, uncombine, and then just stop. Letting all the fragments of your thoughts just fall as I watch. Maybe my words can just continue to flow, washing away all these fragments, smoothing all the rough edges of your mind. Maybe the heat in my voice, melting each thought, feeling it drip through your body as you become more blank, more empty. Maybe it doesn't matter which of these I do. Maybe it doesn't matter if I do any of these. Maybe it only matters if I do all of these. Just knowing that your goal, my goal, it's the same goal. Just wanting you to be able to, in this moment, feel exactly as good as you need to feel. Feeling as calm, as quiet, as focused, as tranced as you need to feel, as you want to feel, as I want you to feel. How naturally, how easily that happens. How maybe with any or all of those strategies, for any or all of you, it can happen. Just knowing maybe then, after you've heard this once, after you've thought about it, after I've put all these thoughts in your head, all the possible things I could do, all the possible ways that you could fall for me, it might make it just a little bit easier next time. Might make it just a little bit easier for you to recall this moment, to recall how you felt, to recall the sensation, to recall these words or any of the words that I've said. And maybe just then finding it easier, faster, to just go a little bit deeper for me. And so I do hope that that's the case. Do hope that you listen again. Do hope that I can get you deeper, guide you further, make you feel even better. Knowing that for now, as I count you back to awakeness, alertness, you can continue to keep any of these sensations that you felt, knowing that since I've given them to you, since they've become part of your experience, you can find that you can hold on to them for as long as you want, that you can call them back to mind anytime you'd like to. But for now, taking a nice deep breath, allowing each thought to come back into your mind one at a time, clear and organized. Taking another deep breath, becoming a bit more aware you are, your surroundings. Another breath, allowing yourself to become more awake, more alert. Maybe stretching just a bit as you take a final breath and finding yourself completely awake and completely alert now.